today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Williams. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago: 20 carries, 74 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nichols. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll run for the first time with Joshua Kelly. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. A handoff, it's Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. blitz coming, and down he goes. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Herbert now. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, it's Watkins. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This one complete to Gresham. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. That's taken on the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenneth Murray in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the... Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. That's caught left side by the tight end, Boyle. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. To the air again, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Nichols flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
From the 29, Nichols. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And now it's 2nd down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down. Nichols finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Nichols. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nichols. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Nichols. This is the tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. Working with a 2nd and 4. They run the counter. Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And that that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nichols. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Watkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Nichols. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 31, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So out come the Chargers, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. To Boyle here over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Eckler. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Watkins, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with the Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, and most since his record-shattering 50 touchdown season of 2000.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. Ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Tua now on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Parker. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From midfield, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Nichols. Flush to his right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Nichols. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but...
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action. Now it's Tua. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
And that'll set him back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Hines. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. On first down, Nichols. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down. They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On third down, Nichols. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 at the 41. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Nichols escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2nd down at 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll try and run for it. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the 1st, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the 1st down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 9, Nichols. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Nichols. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. The team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Nichols. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Back to throw again. Going right back to Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Off play action. Nichols buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Nichols. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nichols steps away to his, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Tua, a final shot before half. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Nichols. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now Williams. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Nichols. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the ground they go with a running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tua going to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. And over the middle, this is Parker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now it's Hines. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Hines. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. if you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Nichols. He completes this to Sutton. And he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nichols. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On first down, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Set to take over, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Setting to throw on first down is Tua, able to connect with Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tua now on first down. Pass complete to Hines. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. He'll check this down to Hines. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They looked pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit.